Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group L and we will be presenting about our application RideOn.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello everyone. My name is Zahra Fathanah.
Hi, my name is Najla.
So RideOn is an application that helps people to arrange their holiday. We come up with the idea RideOn by ourselves to help people to find a tour guide based on the location that they have chosen. Because these days people can find a tour, but it's hard for them to adjust the tour itinerary based on their needs. So this is our Gantt chart. Our Gantt chart has four activity, which is requirement elicitation, quick plan and design, prototyping and testing. Requirement elicitation took about 10 days and has 5 sub-activities, which is determine purpose and strategy, requirement analysis to gather the requirement from the user, identify methodology to be used, develop a use case diagram, and develop a context and class diagram, which will be explained further. Quick plan and design, including planning and develop the GUI design, which is the interface design. Prototyping, create a prototype layout, the layout from one interface to another interface, and build the prototype itself. And testing, including build a test case. We created 4 test cases for the main use case, and we use the equivalence partitioning, and another step is identify the feedback. After getting the feedback, and then minimize the error. We choose evolutionary prototyping model for our project. So it has 4 steps, which is requirement elicitation, quick plan or design, prototype development, and deployment and feedback. And it goes on and on. So we choose this because it is helpful to accommodate software that is expected to rapidly evolve. And it also helps in the communication between the user and developers. Because in this type of project, we need to communicate with the user from time to time because we have many features that need adjusted from time to time. So the first step is requirement elicitation. Requirement elicitation is basically gathering requirements from the user by communicating with them. The second one is quick plan or design. So we created a quick design to give a brief idea of the system, and this is very helpful in building the prototype. The third one is prototype development. In this phase, we build the actual prototype based on the requirements that have been gathered in the first phase. And the last one is deployment and feedback, which will show whether the prototype works well or it needs improvement or there are any errors to be fixed. The next one is use case diagram. So in this use case diagram, we have actor of user and a tour guide, and we have 11 use cases. Use case diagram are often used to document and explain the process that takes place in a system. So we have login, which includes register. So for user to log in, they need to register first. To book a tour guide, they need to select a location. We have view profile, create schedule, and for user who want to rearrange their schedule, they can do that. And then they can order transportation, ticket review and rating, and tour confirmation and payment. For the main use case book a tour guide, we created a use case scenario. So the goal of this use case is user requests a tour guide for a certain time, date, and location. For the preconditions, we stated the precondition, which is user must be registered and must be logged in, and success end condition or failed end condition. Primary and secondary actor, which is a user and tour guide, and then the trigger, which is user click on find tour guide. Then the description is describing the steps for the user to take and the actions. So use case scenario is basically the flow of the use case process from the actor and system side. So the next one is context diagram. Context diagram shows the scope and the boundaries of the system. We can see the process, which is RideOn, and the entities, which is user, bank, and tour guide. Tour guide can register to enter the system. User can also register. This is the data flow. We can see that the data flow is going in or the data flow is going out. So the last diagram is the class diagram. Class diagram can help in visualizing the class structure of the system. So in this application, we have 5 classes. In one class, we have the attributes and the methods being used. So for example, this user can have many payments in the system, or for this tour guides can have many users in at a time, but user cannot have more than one tour guide at a time.
Okay, first of all, I will explain the interface design that we met. So firstly is register page. So here, user must fill their details and then click on the register button below. And next is login page. So users will enter their username or Gmail and then the password that he met before, and then they will click on the login button and system will automatically enter to the home page. So here there are a lot of features and user also can view what's trending today. And next is tour settings that will prompt the user to fill some information about the tour. Okay, next is tour guide list. And here they can choose the tour guide that they prefer and continue with the tour guide profile. And next is messaging feature page. And next one is setting tour details page. And also user here must fill their details of their trip that they met before. After all is done, they click on book a tour right, and then a pop-up will appear with the text tour request has been sent. And next is receive a notification page, so you can see a small notifications below here. And then the user will click on this and they will come to the notification page, which contains all notification. And next, the last one is tour detail page. So now I will show the prototyping, which will start on the register page and will end with the tour details page. Alright, now I will explain the testing part of our slide. So this is our first test case, which is to test the login functionality on the RideOn application. So for the prerequisites is open application RideOn, and the test data is user ID, email, and then the password. Also, we have 4 steps here. The first one is open application RideOn. Second is enter user ID or Gmail or email, and then next continue with enter the password, and the last one is click on the login button. So for the results is overall is expected and overall pass, but for the password is fail. Okay, now we continue to the second test case, which is to test the tour guide functionality. So for the prerequisites, first of all we have to open the RideOn applications. Also, we have to have RideOn account and open the RideOn homepage and navigate to the tour guide menu. And also, we have 4 test data here, which is content location, dates, capacity, and holiday interest. And for the steps, we have 5 steps here. Same as before, the actual results as expected, and all the test case is pass except for the enter the tour date. Okay, now we continue to the second to last test case, which is test case 3, to test the chatting functionality. So for the prerequisite, we should have a RideOn account and access to the tour guide's profile. And also here we have to test data. And for the steps details, we have 4 only here, like the test case 1. And so firstly is view tour guide's profile, click on icon chat, then enter the message and attach an email to be sent. So same as before, the actual results are as expected. Okay, finally we have reached the end of the testing part, which is test case 4. So this test case is used to test the settings tour functionality. And for the prerequisite, we have to open the RideOn applications and user is on tour guide's profile. And here we have 5 test data for the first. And for the steps, first of all, we have to click on set your tour, then enter the pickup location, enter the tour time, destinations, and other details. And overall, the test case is pass. Okay, I think that's all from us. Thank you for watching, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.